Sometimes when you're right, you're right. And sometimes when you're wrong, you lose the ball at the 1 yard line and people still think you're a juggernaut. Ooh, welcome into the PHNX Daily Bet Show, brought to you by the one and only DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and leave us a 5-star review. I'm Shane Diefenbach, joined as always by Johnny Venerable on this magical wildcard weekend, Monday. How we feeling?
Oh, I'm not crying like some little boy in studio today about the Cincinnati Bengals, and he's texting me, "Oh, can you believe the luck of the Bengals?" Blah, 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 blah. Shane has an agenda. We know he has an agenda against Cincinnati. They are on to the divisional round, and I'm going to tell you right now, I think they're going to beat the Buffalo Bills, but that's a conversation for a different day.
Just on the Mac. 1 second, sorry. Just turn it up. Wait, we're working with one of our new producers. Turn the volume up on the Mac, just like you would. There we go.
Turn my headphones up. Turn my headphones up.
Now I can hear you.
I got to talk for 2 seconds about how you're big time fraud with the Bengals, and they've
let me just say
time
this.
and time again.
Let me just say this. The play is awesome. Stopping Tyler Huntley from a QB sneak at the 1 and punching the ball out, knowing that he's going to jump over the pile, is awesome, and it's really great. And they deserve to be where they are. One thing I want to make clear when I'm talking about the Bengals and their turnover luck is not that I don't think they're a good team. I think they're fantastic. They're one of my favorite teams to watch. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd being an excellent number 3 receiver and needing to find him every time there's a third down is great. And Joe Burrow is a very talented young quarterback and going to be, one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL for the next 15 years moving forward.
Yeah.
That is not something I'm saying. Their defense has been playing out of their mind. They're great. But when I say turnover luck and they turn the ball over at the 1 yard line, that's what I mean. You are 0.6 inches away. That's what the chip in the football said. 0.6 inches away from being down by 7 to Tyler Huntley and the banged up Ravens at home as an AFC favorite. That's all I'm saying. They're very good. I don't think they have what it takes to beat some of the best teams in the AFC, but we'll see. We got some good matches. We'll talk about those moving forward. Just want to get that out there.
It is hard to beat the same team twice in 2 weeks, and especially when you have to prepare for backup quarterbacks. There was just a lot of uncertainty in these 2 games. Divisional matchup too, you're always going to get hyped up when you play people in your own division. This is the 3rd time they've played this year. I am willing to give the Cincinnati Bengals, the Bungles, the benefit of the doubt, and I do not think we should be taking for granted the Bengals in their 2nd consecutive divisional round. I think their franchise is going to take W's in the postseason, however they can get them.
Yeah.
F style points. This is not an upper tier franchise. Hopefully they're the model for the Arizona Cardinals. So congrats, Joe Burrow. Keep kicking ass.
Yeah. They should be where they are, as I said.
Mm-hmm.
I just think people think they're one of the best teams in the NFL, like top 3. And they're not.
A lot of people have been picking them to win the AFC again.
They're top 5. They're not top 3. They're not top 3 in the division either. Or they are top. They're number 3. All right. Well, whatever. We'll talk about it later. My picks and props looked really good, and they turned out mediocre. So we'll go over my picks first. Seahawks plus 9.5 was a big wah-wah. They competed. They had the lead at halftime, and then the Niners showed why they are just a very, very good team. The cohesion on defense, the zone run schemes that they dominated. The Chargers are really, or the Niners are really good. The Chargers are not. And I don't want to talk about this that much because we all know what happened. So we'll move on from that. Bills didn't cover the 13.5. That game got sweaty. Giants, cha-ching. Ravens, cha-ching. 2 for 5 on my props. Not the best, not the worst. But it is what it is. Johnny, how'd you do on your picks?
Much better than you, Fraud Shano.
You did one better than me.
Yeah, that 60% professional gambler. But my big boys hit. The Bills minus 13.5. I don't know what that was, and I'm not buying the Bills. I think they're missing Brian Daboll, who I told Shane was a bald Jesus, and I think that it's going to cost them in the divisional round against Cincinnati. They're big-time frauds. Seahawks look good. Shane's Seahawks at halftime. I don't know what that second half was, but I said all week, Jags, everybody's picking the Jags. I'm going to roll with it. If I get plus money on the Jags at home, I took it. Plus 120. Of course, the Giants money line was maybe my most confident pick. That never felt at risk. And then the Ravens covered. And to Shane's point, probably should have had a tie game in the 4th quarter late. So 3 for 5, but I consider that a high-end 3 for 5 because 2 of my upsets were when I got plus money hit for your boy.
If the Ravens have Lamar Jackson, do they win that game?
Probably.
Yeah. I don't know how.
Probably they do win that game.
I don't know. I think it's a much different game because, as you said, preparing for a backup quarterback, not knowing if it's Anthony Brown or Huntley and whatever. I don't know if they do. All right, we'll take a look at both my props. I think I went 2 for 5 on these as well. Kenneth Walker hit that over. Josh Allen didn't hit his over rushing yards because he didn't really that wasn't the game plan. That he tried to run, but he finished like 22. This one really hurt. Herbert and Eckler. Eckler scored his first rushing touchdown immediately. Herbert looked like he was going to throw for 400 yards. He threw for 273. So sometimes you live and die by the hook. That's all you got to say. We'll go to my next props. Isaiah Hodgins was never in doubt. He finished with 100 receiving yards. The man is ridiculous. That toe tap catch was Doug Baldwin-esque, David Tyree-esque, I guess you could say. So that was very fun. And then Joe Burrow finished with 9 rushing yards. Lots of bad luck for your boy this week. Had 3 props and picks all lose in the last 2 minutes of the game. So it is what it is. We move on, and that's why we game on Monday night. Johnny, how'd you do on your props?
Well, I'm the first TD king here. That hit, of course it did, plus 450. I've hit him 3 weeks in a row, and I've got another one tonight if you're so obliged. But Stephon Diggs, no 2 tutties, didn't score. Came close a couple different times, but I forgot. Gabriel Davis turns into Jerry fucking Rice in the postseason. So we're gonna hammer Gabe Davis here moving forward. But CMC hit that. I missed on the Trevor Lawrence rushing yards by, I think, he finished with 8. So that wasn't close, although I thought there were some opportunities. I think what ended up happening was because they were so pass dependent in the second half, that was not likely to hit. And Jalen Phillips, I do not believe, had a sack. So yeah, he had half a sack, so it didn't work out. So 1 for 4 on my props, but the big one hit. You know what I say on this show? Like I'm swinging for home runs, and right now my home runs, my plus money is delivering for the people.
Johnny Dingers, you are hitting dingers right now.
Who's that guy? Adam Dunn for the White Sox, who 1 year hit like 40 home runs, but he batted like 200. That's me right now.
Yeah, for sure. Johnny, Bucs and Cowboys tonight.
Yeah.
Are we excited, or is this going to be kind of gross?
No, this is another toilet bowl game for me, literally sitting on the toilet because of the fact that I'm nervous about the Cowboys losing a la Chargers and Brandon Staley, but it sounds like Staley is going to be safe. Will Mike McCarthy be safe? I think Dallas is way more talented. Dallas should win this game, but they go up against the GOAT. I actually think Mike McCarthy is a better head coach right now than Todd Bowles. I think he's done more with less this year, but Cowboys choke these games all the time. They choked away that game last year at home in Jerry's World against what I think is an average Niner team with Jimmy G. And then this year, the Buccaneers have no business winning this game, but I'm going to pick them because I don't trust the Cowboys at all.
Yeah, I agree with you. Tonight should be fun. I think we're going to see a lot of points, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But first, let me tell you guys where to bet on this game. It's the DraftKings Sportsbook app. It's the only place to bet on the NFL and the NBA and NCAA men's basketball because there is a ton of games today for Martin Luther King Day. So make sure to get on that DraftKings Sportsbook app. When you sign up using that promo code PHNX, you can get a new sweat bet or no sweat bet each day if you're a new and existing customer for the wild card round today. Just place any NFL bet of your choice, and if it loses, you get a free bet back up to 10 smackaroos. And if you're a new customer, when you use that promo code PHNX when you sign up, you can bet just $5 on the game tonight. Get $200 in free bets instantly only at the DraftKings Sportsbook app with promo code PHNX. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions do apply, and see those show notes for more details. All right, Johnny, let's get into your picks for tonight. Who are you taking?
I like Tampa Bay. Give me the Bucs money line plus 125. Give me Todd Bowles and Tom Brady to at least advance. I think that this game is going to set up for them to be able, as Shane disappears. Nope, I'm back on the screen. As I think we're going to get some turnovers from Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott has not been good. He was awful against the season finale against the Commanders, where they had some stuff to play for. I think this team is too Dak dependent. I think they should focus on running the football. Vita Vea is out. If I'm Jerry Jones, I'm running down to the field and I'm saying Tony Pollard gets 25 touches tonight. And I think that's the recipe, but I think they're too stupid to do that. I think they're going to let Dak throw 45 times. I think we're going to get maybe a pick 6. It's going to be a close, competitive game. I also like the over a lot. I think we're going to get a robust scoring first half. I think these teams are going to tighten up defensively with Dan Quinn and Todd Bowles in the second half, but I think it overhits easily. There's so many layers and implications for this game, Shane, when you talk about, does Dan Quinn get the Bronco job? Does Mike McCarthy get fired? What happens to sweet baby Kellen Moore? Does Todd Bowles get fired if they blow this game and are under 500 in the regular season? So does Tom Brady leave? Is this his last game in Tampa Bay? Does he go to the Raiders? Does he go to San Francisco? But I think the Bucs live to fight another day. I think they go into Santa Clara next week. We'll preview that game. I don't think Dallas has the moxie to win. I think they have better players, and I think they have the better coach tonight, but that's not saying much.
Yeah, there's only one thing to say, and it's the GOAT. When you try to get too cute, the Cowboys love throwing out their weird simulated pressure, and Micah Parsons comes off the edge. Tom Brady reads that. He's been eating defenses like that alive for years. We finally saw in Week 18 him and Mike Evans connect for 3 touchdowns, and it's going to happen again tonight. I'm taking the Bucs money line at plus 125 as well, and I'm taking the over. I think there's going to be a ton of points. The Cowboys are known as this really good defensive team, but they also score a lot, so their defense is on the field a ton. They can get some flashy splash touchdowns on defense and whatever, strip sacks for Micah Parsons. They're a great defense, but it's Tom Brady in the playoffs. There really isn't much else to say. And when I get Tom Brady at home in the playoffs at plus money, you're drunk if you don't take that.
I wish I was drunk right now in some Four Peaks. Am I right?
Yeah, you're totally right. What are you dabbling in prop wise?
You know where I'm going with this. Another first Teddy, and I'm going big for the folks at home. My biggest one to date. I hit it plus 1,200 last week. I'm going Michael Gallup, the number 2 option, opposite CeeDee Lamb for Dak Prescott, who's looked good as of late, plus 1,700. Give it to me. Also, give me the GOAT tonight. He's going to hit this in his sleep. I cannot believe I can get plus money on Tom Brady.
This is a boost from DraftKings. That's why DraftKings is boosting this from minus 160 to plus 100. So that's
I didn't know about that.
That's why you should always use the DraftKings Sportsbook app. When you go to the app, it's one of the first things you see. Just opt into the offer. It'll load it up for you. Definitely take that plus 100.
Excellent. Love T-Braids tonight over 1.5 tutties, maybe in the first half. And then I do think Micah Parsons gets home at least a sack tonight. If I can get plus money on the Stars come out in the playoffs. And then that's where your bank account gets full on DraftKings. Plus money, you know how I'm dealing with. I don't want to see any little singles on DraftKings, minus 150. I'm not going to be that schlub who put down $1.4 million to win $11,000. Pray for that man.
Hey, Johnny.
What?
Can you come back to us for a second, Damon?
Yeah.
What'd you just say? You're not going to be that schlub that picks minus 150?
Yeah.
You didn't even know the Tom Brady prop was boosted, and you said
I got it boosted. I already did that. I already knew it. I already knew it.
I love it. No, I like your picks, and I apologize to Micah Parsons for the misspelling of his name. The H should be after disrespectful. All right, let's look at my props. I'm in the same boat as you, Johnny. Give me Tom Brady over 1.5 passing touchdowns at plus 100. I also like Tom Brady over 42.5 passing attempts at minus 120. I don't know if the run game is working all that much tonight, and he throws the ball a lot, even when they're winning. Give me his over on passing attempts at 42.5. Also, love this over. Dalton Schultz over 38.5 receiving yards at minus 120. Earlier this year, the Buccaneers gave up 7 receptions for 62 yards to the Cowboys tight ends. I think he hits this easily. Been playing some great ball as of late. Hammering this. Love my 3 props. Love my picks. How are we feeling, Johnny? Are we excited?
I'm excited. I'm more excited about this game than a lot of games over the weekend because I had a good sense of how all of them are going to go. And while I think Tampa Bay wins, I think the storylines would be extra juicy if Dallas wins, because I actually think Dallas has a better shot to go into San Francisco, Shane, next weekend and beat that ass for Brock Purdy and company. Whereas I think Tampa is too limited offensively with Todd Bowles. Unfortunately, that I don't think they could win. I think Dallas will be playing with some house money next weekend. So, and I also think, like, Dallas, to me, has the infrastructure with their playmakers on both sides of the ball to win the NFC. But we're just talking about very similar to a certain team out in LA that blew a 27-point lead. It's just in their DNA to blow these games. Like the Chargers could have won the AFC, but they're the Chargers. Dallas could win the NFC, but they're the Cowboys. And So I wish Mike McCarthy well. I hope he's not fired for selfish reasons surrounding my franchise.
Mhm.
But I feel like tonight it could be the beginning of the end.
Do you want to talk about the Chargers really fast? Is Staley gone?
No, it's being reported right now by numerous outlets in LA that players want him back. Ian Rappaport said today on Pat McAfee show that we're going to talk about PHNX Cardinals live today. He would be shocked or surprised if he was fired. Here's the thing you have to understand about the Spanos family. They're maybe the cheapest ownership in the NFL. They were not prepared to come into this week looking for a new head coach, and they know the expectation. If you fire him, meaning Brandon Staley, that the fan base, 99%, is going to expect you to secure Sean Payton. And Bo and I talked about this on the PHNX Cardinals podcast, audio only, which is available right now. Go listen to it. Shameless plug. I feel like Sean Payton to the Chargers was a Twitter.com manifestation. It was not real in NFL circles. Sean Payton may want to go there. Tough shit, Sean, because the Chargers are not firing Brandon Staley. That was something that was fabricated. 5% of America is on Twitter. I love Twitter. It's not real life. And I feel like everybody wanted to will that into existence. Oh, yeah, you got to do this. You got to do this. And I even fell for it at times. Spanos family. Cheapest ownership in the NFL. Brandon Staley stays.
Yeah, 100%. I look, I give him a lot of shit for his decision making, and some of the stuff he does is completely mind numbing. But he is
terrible Saturday night.
But he is a great defensive mind. That the game plan.
Joe Lombardi. Just fire your OC.
Yeah, the game plan they built against Trevor Lawrence in that first half was phenomenal. I know that. Speaking of turnover luck, there was a ton of turnover luck in that game. But at the same time, the disguised coverages and they just had it all figured out. It's a damn shame. All right, let's get out of here. Johnny, anything else?
PHNX Cardinals live today. Myself, Bo Brock, Damian Anderson, 4 p.m. We're going to give you the very latest surrounding Sean Payton. D'Amico Ryans is actually going to have an interview with the Arizona Cardinals. He did not reject this team. That's good news for us. When can we expect a GM hiring? Maybe in the coming days. I've got words sourced now. Michael Bidwell has gone dark with his inner circle. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about a CBS mock draft that came out today. Had Will Levis going number 1. CJ Stroud declared. The Arizona Cardinals.
What are we doing?
The Arizona Cardinals double dipping. Will Anderson, Jalen Carter.
Did you write that mock draft?
No, it was a real guy from CBS. He's their insider.
Oh.
I'm inside that mock, baby.
Oh my god!
All that. We got so much stuff to talk about. PHNX Cardinals live.
Sun Devils live at 2 p.m. Make sure to join us then. ASU still not ranked, but it's probably a good thing because they got a UCLA on Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Also, if you're an ASU fan or you're just in the Tempe area, come hang out with us or me and the boys at Illegal Pete's on Mill at like 6 p.m. right before the game. If you're going to the game, the UCLA game on Thursday, get your tickets. All right. Well, you can follow me on Twitter at Shane D. You can follow Johnny on Twitter at Johnny Venerable. Follow the show on Twitter at PHNX_bets. We're here live every Monday through Friday at noon on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe, turn those notifications on, and follow PHNX_sports across all socials, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. We'll be back tomorrow at noon. But until then, peace, love, and 27-0. What?
Parsons. Peace, love, and Parsons.
No.